Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to episode 18 of Urban Nerd Weekly. What would you do, fellas, to get your hair cut just right by your favorite barber? What would you go through? We just found out what Paperboy was willing to do on the last episode of Atlanta. It's like Marvel Comics is the bad boy records of superhero movies now because they can't stop, won't stop. They just hit us with the box office smash of Black Panther. Now they already got a new movie. That plus more on this week's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly.
Hey, it's your boy Spayce here, man. I got a new podcast out I want y'all to subscribe to, bro. It's called Urban Nerd Weekly, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. My back up in the shit. I just like some bitch. I'm about to hit the stick, so go and follow me on Twitter. Now watch me. Crank that urban. Now watch me. Crank that urban. Watch me. Crank that urban. Now watch me. Crank that urban.
Welcome, nerds and nerdettes, to this edition of Urban Nerd Weekly. So glad you could join your boy, man. Oh, it's been a second since you heard me. I already know. That's why I had to make sure I came back with this fire episode for you. Let's just say, as far as content creation goes, I had to re-up. I had to go see my plug and re-up on some things. So now y'all gonna be seeing a whole lot more content coming y'all way from your boy, man. Just wait, it's gonna be well worth it. So let's get right into business, though. You know what I'm saying? So on the last episode of Atlanta, or at least the last episode that we should be discussing, we saw your boy Al, aka Paperboy, just trying to go on a regular old haircut trip. You know, you go to the barbershop because you had an appointment. Barber's supposed to be there to cut your hair at a certain time. Well, with Al, first off, the barber was late, came in doing the most, and he literally cut like one just chunk of the side of this man's hair off and took him on a fucking adventure. It was like all of the shit that could have went wrong if Craig had went to the barbershop on Friday. Like, it was bananas. This nigga all across town at his baby mama house with his kids. Everybody getting a haircut before him. Like, he had to damn near whoop this nigga ass to get his hair cut. Like, I'm sorry, bro. And it would have been different if he hadn't just cut part of that shit and just fucked it up and then tried to, like, you know, not finish after that. This nigga just, hey, yeah, won't you become part of my life for a little while? Nigga, fuck you. And I liked how, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of a Paperboy episode, like the episode before that was kind of a Just Earn and Vanessa episode, and so this was kind of a Just Paperboy episode, so I'm kind of interested to see, you know, what's gonna be, like, is the next episode gonna be like just Darius, or is it gonna be back to the whole cast, you know, doing their thing and shit? All I know was, the most fucked up part of it was, at the end, you know, by the time it was time for Paperboy to come get his haircut again, you know, he was stunting on Buddy by not going to him and going to a different barber in the shop. So when he sat down in the chair and Buddy was getting ready to cut his hair, he realized he had been getting his hair cut by this dude, and he had been doing it just right for so long, he didn't know what the fuck to ask for no more. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Like, I wouldn't have, I mean, yeah, the look on his face, he couldn't have felt any slower, because the dude asked him, he was like, you want a 1 or a 2? He was like, I don't know. And the fucked up part is, I didn't know what the fuck he meant either, because I've been getting my hair cut by the same motherfucker for so long. I've been getting my hair cut by the same person for so long, I wouldn't even know what to ask for, like, outside of a Caesar cut if I went to the barbershop right now. So, very, very relatable episode for your boy. Like to take a second right quick to remind you guys to hit up SpaceWasHere.com Spaycewuzhere.com, SPAYCEWUZHERE.com, man. Gotta make sure you hit that thing. Put your email in at the top right or left corner. Because I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the top right corner. You put your email in, and then you get a little handy dandy little email every time I put up a new blog post. Remind you, come on back and check out the website once again. You usually got some new content up. Also, there definitely is a blog post per episode, and you guys will also be getting blog posts for all the other little cool little stuff going on with your boy Spayce. That's why you go to Spaycewuzhere.com, because you got to know that I got some old parodies on deck. Plus, I'm just finishing up some of my first YouTube videos for the new channel I've been telling you guys about, and I can't wait for y'all to fucking see them. This shit's gonna be epic. So, make sure you hit up Spaycewuzhere.com, join the email list, so that way you can get the updates on everything as soon as I hit you up with them. Now, on to the next. It's like I said, man, Marvel is like the Bad Boy Records in the 90s, circa 1995 to like 2001-ish. That's what they are with dropping these movies right now. Like as a diehard DC fan, it pains me to say that they is dropping more heat in the movie arena than DC is right now, because Justice League was a fucking smash. But you got to know, Black Panther is the king of the box office. Like, that is cemented, baby. That's certified. That's for real, for real? For real, for real. So, of course, you already know, they know, it's about that time to drop some more. You know what I'm saying? Over the last few months, we've seen some light promo for the new Avengers sequel. However, due to Black Panther's overwhelming awesomeness, pretty much any other movie news has either been dwarfed or blocked like a cinematic eclipse. Now that T'Challa is officially the king of the superhero box office sales, I'm guessing Marvel knew it was a good time to jump right into what's happening next in their universe. You know, striking while the Iron Man's hot. And you can definitely catch this one soon, because it's going to be out April 27, 2018, or the 23rd if you live in Los Angeles. Avengers Infinity War takes place about 2 years after the events of Iron Man Civil War. The Avengers team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, and Black Panther to stop a villain named Thanos from collecting the 6 Infinity Stones to complete a gauntlet that could allow him to bend reality to his will. The script was inspired by Jim Starlin's 1991 comic Infinity Gauntlet and Jonathan Hickman's 2013 comic Infinity. Now, one of the interesting things about this particular Avengers sequel, outside of the fact that in this movie you're gonna be looking at T'Challa like, Wakanda forever. Like, you can't see that without doing that. Like, that's just, I don't even say what's up to people the same no more. It's just bow wow across the chest. What's crack-a-lacking? Or what's good, or you know, or what's popping. I don't want to accidentally say something that means something else to some niggas that got like colors and shit, but y'all know what I meant by that statement. But one of the more interesting things about this particular Avenger movie is the whole Spider-Man story arc, because, you know, Spider-Man kind of wanted to be a part of the Avengers, and then it's kind of like, nah, but then it was like at the end, it was like, hey, what's up with it? You know, you trying to get with the squad? And he was like, nah, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, keep it local, man. You know, I'm just trying to keep my trap local. I'm trying to be a city superhero. You know, y'all can worry about it, saving the world shit. And, you know, they offered him the like Iron Spider-Man suit, and he kind of turned it down. But in this one, we got trailers that show him wearing the Iron Spider suit. So I don't know what that means, but of course, with a villain this fucked up coming this way, I'm sure at least pro tempore, Spider-Man's gonna be down with Avenger gang, bang, 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 gang, gang. So I thought that was very, very interesting. One of the things I'm definitely going to be looking forward to And because Spider-Man isn't like an official member of the Avengers or whatever, so I'm interested to see how everybody's gonna be like interacting. Like, I mean, how kick-ass is it gonna be to see, Spider-Man? I'm ready to see a scene with like Spider-Man and like Black Panther like tag teaming a whole bunch of bad guys, like, kicking ass like on the ground and in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure it's going to have to be some scenes that, they fighting motherfuckers in the city and shit. Else it's going to be like really hard to incorporate Spider-Man in a lot of shit. Because, as we know, if you put Spider-Man in fucking Kansas, his powers will be used a lot fucking different. You know what I mean? So, very, very high anticipation for this Avengers movie, even though we know it won't live up to the magnanimous fucking bombshell that was Black Panther, is Black Panther, will always be Black Panther. You got to know this movie gonna be fire as well. And it only gets better, man. But now to the meat of today's episode. But before that, I want to give you guys a quick little reminder to make sure you subscribe to Urban Nerd Weekly if you have not already. Let's say you're a brand new user. Let's say your friend put you onto your boy. Let's just say you're fucking with the episode thus far. You like, hey, I'm trying to subscribe to this shit, bro. Like, what I gotta do? Well, what you gotta do is hit your iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Blueberry, and any other podcast directory or app that lets you play podcasts. And by the way, if you're on iTunes or Google Play Music, make sure you leave a review and a comment. And make sure you, hit them stars, you know what I'm saying? Let them know. Make sure you hit that ratings and shit. So the show, Urban Nerd Weekly, can be up higher. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as they looking at all the podcasts, they can be like, oh shit, who is this popping ass show with all these fly ass motherfuckers listening to shit? And they gonna be like, oh fuck, it's Urban Nerd Weekly. Yeah, bitch. Alright, so that was my spiel about that. But like I said, on to the meat, the gristle, the bone of today's episode. As y'all see, it's called NERDtendo. It is because this episode is part one of our exploration of the history of the gaming system that has brought us so much joy from childhood to the adulthood. Nintendo. Now, let us begin. Nintendo is a multinational consumer electronics and video game company headquartered in Kyoto, Japan. They are the creators of Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon, just to name a few of the mega bombshells they've been dropping on the world. Founded on September the 23rd in 1889 by Fusihiro Yamauchi, the company's original product, get this shit y'all, was handmade Hanafuda playing cards, which Hanafuda just basically translate into flower cards. And in some places it's called those cards that are used to play that game, which, it's weird when you translate stuff from other languages and stuff because you don't get all the context of why they say it that way. But anyway, around 1949, the company adopted the name Nintendo Karuta Co. Limited. But everywhere outside of Japan, they did business as the Nintendo Playing Card Company. Nintendo still holds its own card game tournament called the Nintendo Cup. The word Nintendo actually can be translated to leave luck to heaven, or alternatively, the Temple of Free Hanafuda. I just like saying that. The Temple of Free Hanafuda. Don't that just sound relaxing as fuck? Like you just wake up on Sunday and morning cartoons. Mother makes breakfast with no hog. Let us go to the Temple of Free Hanafuda. In 1956, Hiroshi Yamauchi, the grandson of Fusihiro Yamauchi, traveled to America to talk to the United States Playing Card Company. And damn, I mean, how many companies was around where you could just get away with naming your company some simple ass shit like that and it still pop doing business? Like the United States Playing Card Company. That shit sound like it's owned by the government and shit. He traveled here to talk to them and realized, based on the small office they was operating out of, that the playing card industry had very limited potential. And subsequently, he bought a license to put Disney characters on the cards to drive the playing card sale. In 1963, the company was renamed Nintendo Company Limited. Between 1963 and 1968, the company received some surplus capital, and they used it to experiment with other areas of business. These ventures included a food company, a TV network, a love hotel chain. Oh yeah, the Temple of Free Hanafuda presents to you Hotel 69. Bow chicka wow wow. Alright. Back to history. After the 1964 Tokyo Olympics, playing card sales dropped, and so did Nintendo's stock to a record low, in fact, of 60 yen. In 1966, Nintendo moved into the industry of Japanese toys. A maintenance engineer named Gunpei Yokoi developed their first toy, the Ultra Hand, which got him a promotion of product developer in the new Nintendo games department of the Nintendo company. Now, even with a few successful products under his belt, he still struggled to compete with companies such as Bandai and Tommy. So, in 1973, Nintendo shifted its focus to laser tag venues. And even though business was booming, and they couldn't have had a better time, and due to the the emergence of the arcade scene of the 70s, oh my god, like, to be a nerd during that time, man, get up, go to the arcade with a shit ton of quarters. I wish I could have, if I could go back, like if I had a time machine, I wouldn't go back and change a whole lot of history. I mean, you know, of course, I'm knocking that slavery bullshit out of the park. But after I fix all of that shit, first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna go back in time and I'm gonna get to be a nerd in every different decade and enjoy all the cool ass shit that, like, each decade of nerds got to uniquely have to themselves. Cause that shit, just to wake up on a Saturday after your Saturday morning cartoons, mom cooks breakfast. I'm really having a lot of mom cooking breakfast flashbacks today. I need to call my mom and try to get her to cook me some breakfast or some shit on a Saturday. I gotta get my mind right. Anyway, yeah. Boom in the arcade scene back at the time. Hit up that bitch with a pocket full of quarters, play some video games, some laser tag. You know what I'm saying? Like, that had to be the funnest time to, like, be picking up chicks in the, like, especially the middle school age where you're still at that age, you know, it's still cool for you to like video games even if you ain't good at them. Because after middle school, it's like, you better be good at video games if you play them shits that much. You know what I'm saying? But I got off topic. Anyway, now, even though business was booming and it was the best time to have, you know, a laser tag venue / arcade at the time, Nintendo had to shut down the laser tag ranges due to excessive costs. You know, and that's saying a lot considering that a lot of the technology they got to use in the laser tag places, they had the laser guns coming from their own technology because they had their own brand of laser tag guns, basically, that they were trying to get off anyway. So it kind of actually helped them sell some shit. But at the end of the day, it just cost too much to run their venues. But it was all good because by this point, they had already found a new market. Now, I'm sure you can already guess what that new market is. It, of course, is the game systems. Now, we're going to be getting into the further history of Nintendo, you know what I'm saying, on the next, you know, episode. We decide to, you know, hit the history of Nintendo up, but that is all we have for this particular episode. And, you know, before, you know what I'm saying, we get into the last little stuff we got going on in today's episode, I just want to let you guys know that your boy Spayce is all over social media. So if you listen to the episode, you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, this guy Spayce, I'm really fucking with this guy. Like you might think I'm cool as fuck, or you might think I'm funny as shit. Like a lot of people tell me I'm funny as fuck. So if you're one of those people, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh fuck, you know, like how can I fuck with you, boy? Well, here's how you do it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, first off, you know, like everybody else. Spayce was here, SPAYCEWUZHERE. Hashtag Spayce was here, at Spayce was here. And of course, if you didn't already heard me say, spacewashere.com is the website. And matter of fact, if you're looking for me, you can just hit up there. And then I got all my social media right on a little right hand sidebar, right up under the subscribe module. You got my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook feeds going on there. And then if you're trying to hit your boy up on Snapchat, if you still fucking with Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people ain't fucking with Snapchat, but I still be on there. You know what I mean? I still be on there. I'll still be kicking shit. You feel me? If you want to fuck with me on Snapchat, make sure you hit up A1 space, the letter A, the number 1, SPAYCE. Make sure you add your boy. Fuck with me on there. You know what I'm saying? Send your boy a snap. I snap you back. You feel me? And follow me on everything else. Spayce was here. So, of course, you know, like I did give a nice little beginning history of Nintendo. I definitely didn't want to end the episode without letting all my urban nerd earthlings out there know about the Nintendo Switch Smash Brothers tournament that's gonna be happening in June. This shit is gonna be some really big shit popping. You know what I'm saying? It's not the very first, you know what I'm saying, Smash Brothers tournament that's gonna be going on, but this is an official. Ooh, that's some. I might have to sell that word to Nintendo. Officially Nintendo shit. Nintendo is officially the holder of the Smash Brothers tournament. Like I said, it's gonna be going down in June, if I'm not mistaken, around June 11th or the 12th, and it's gonna be at E3, where invited players will compete at the recently announced title. At the same time, Nintendo's Splatoon 2 World Championships will take place, featuring top teams from Canada, Europe, Australia, and Japan. Nintendo threw a big old smash. That's a big old fat invitational tournament at E3 before the debut of Super Smash Bros. 4 with the Wii U, which was hosted by gaming personality Geoff Keighley. My bad. Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé presented a trophy to winner Gonzalo Zero Barros. I don't know, I gotta roll the R's right. You're not doing Latinos right if you don't roll the R's. Barros, who beat out Super Smash Bros. Melee champion One Hungry Box in the finals. This year's players will still question whether Smash Switch Incarnation will be a new game, a port of Smash 4, or some combination of the two. The teaser trailer featured Splatoon 2's inklings, indicating there will be some juicy new content. We do know that whatever it is, it will be compatible with the Nintendo's GameCube controllers that a lot of the pros prefer to play with. In a press release, Nintendo of America rep Doug Bowser, nigga, really? Your real last name is Bowser and you work for Nintendo? Fuck out of here, bruh. Bullshit. Alright, whatever. We're looking forward to watching, quote unquote, this is a quote from him. We're looking forward to watch some of the best players in the world test their skills against each other in these two uniquely competitive games. On the other hand, it seems Splatoon 2's World Championships are open to anyone over 13 in qualified countries. At a Nintendo Direct presentation earlier this month, Nintendo announced that Smash's release on the Switch will come sometime this year. Splatoon 2's single-player expansion Octo has a similarly vague release window of summer 2018. Now, this news was brought to you by Kotaku.com. Now, they ain't paying me for this. They just a site that I visit a lot when it comes to like Nintendo related news and shit like that. And some PlayStation news they up on first, but not usually, not always. And But they're a pretty cool site. So if you guys want looking for some cool blogs to follow, recommended by your boy Kotaku.com, definitely unofficially sponsor that post, man. I definitely hope that I can have my life together in some type of condition to play in this little tournament, because I love Nintendo Switch. Super Smash Brothers have brought some amazing memories. It was one of the it's a part of one of the biggest bonding moments between me and all my cousins. My aunt had got my cousins an iteration of Smash Brothers for Nintendo 64 back when Nintendo 64 was like brand new shit and big shit popping. They definitely had that game, and it was one of my favorite games to be able to play. First off, it was awesome to play all of them, and I loved how they brought all the characters together and shit. I thought that was one of the coolest things ever, and that was when I really like got into like the character Kirby for the first time, because I never heard of him before. And it was crazy too, because it was my youngest cousin at the time. Well, yeah, because he had a little brother later on, but he wasn't there yet. You know, Stork hadn't came by and boop, 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 dropped them off. Cause you know that's how babies get here. But my youngest cousin, who the youngest, you'd think they would be like the worst off at the game, and he played with Kirby and was tagging ass every time, man. It was insane. But Kirby, the Smash Brothers is definitely one of my favorite series. Definitely love it as a spin-off of Super Mario and Super Mario Bros. So if you guys have the ability to attend, you guys should definitely show up. And if I end up getting to go, I will definitely be having all kinds of Urban Nerd Weekly swag on. So you know it's your boy Spayce up in this bitch. But as we all know, all things period must come to an end, and much like those things, this episode is also doing so. I want you guys to make sure to stay tuned to next week's episode, because we're going to be getting into some news about YouTube and Apple that you don't want to miss. Plus, there's a holiday coming up, and I'm going to be dropping a brand new original song on that holiday that I think you guys are going to love and laugh and love and laugh and LOL, especially on that day. But you got to tune in to next week's episode to get all of your info on that. So make sure you do that, man. Also, check out my buddy Von Roberts' podcast entitled Keeping It G. I love his podcast. It's like he has these random topics that he picks every episode, but he goes so in depth with them. And he, like I say, he's a comic buddy of mine, so it's always a laugh. Like to go, it's kind of like what's going on inside his head. It's kind of like the mixtape version of his stand-up set. It's like all the stuff that doesn't go on stage, but it's still like hilarious and podcast, like context and shit. So make sure you guys check that out. He's also like me on iTunes, Google. He's on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud as well. So make sure you guys find and follow him, Von Roberts. Exactly how it sounds, VONROBERTS, Von Roberts, man. Go check your boy out. Be ready for my parody tape, Snacking Off, which ain't gonna be coming that far behind what's gonna be dropped on the holiday coming up. So I promise you guys, you won't be sorry. Make sure, like I said, you hit me up on spacewashere.com so you can get all the updates on your boy, and as well as on Urban Nerd Weekly. I thank you guys for listening, man. I'm so happy. And this episode came really late. This episode came really late, so that by proxy means that the next episode is going to be really, really close to this one, so I can get back on track. And I'm pretty much going to just go ahead and tell you guys that from now on, I got to change it on the SoundCloud page, the iTunes page, and all the pages for the show. But I know it says Tuesday, but from now on, all new episodes are going to be dropping on Thursday, unless unless something happens and I'll have to drop it on Wednesday early. But It's gonna be mostly Wednesday or Thursday, but I'm trying to nail Thursday. Plus, you guys seem to listen to more of you guys seem to listen to the episodes when I drop them later in the week versus earlier in the week anyway. So, I'll let you guys know my definite decision on next week's episode. And if you guys think that there's a day that you prefer me to drop the episodes on, be sure to drop that in the comments, man. Let your boy know. I love to make you guys happy. That's what the podcast is all about. Making you guys laugh, keeping y'all informed and all this nerd dripping shit, and talking my motherfucking smack on this microphone, man. So, until next episode, you guys be safe, man. My name is Spayce, and I'm on the internet as Spayce was here. See, because my name is Spayce, and see, I was here, but now I'm